Good morning, everyone. It's Sal Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. Of course, it is match day, guys. We're building up to Manchester United versus Leicester City in the FA Cup, of course, to get into the last 16. Ruud van Nistelrooy takes Leicester back to Old Trafford. Ruud van Nistelrooy is coming home, guys. So, you know what? It's got that little bit of added spice, hasn't it? So we're going to be looking forward to that, guys. But first, before I start, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to smash a like on the video if you guys can do that for me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who's joining me today. Now, let's get straight into the news. Of course, you may have heard that Manchester United and Jim Ratcliffe are very, very interested in Harry Kane. Now, look, Harry Kane is no stranger to Manchester United rumours. Harry Kane has been said to be going to Man United for many years now. I mean, in my opinion, if Alex Ferguson was in charge of Manchester United, Harry Kane would have played for Manchester United, in my opinion. And you know, as much as I love Harry Kane, I think he's a great player. I mean, his goal scoring record is second to none. He's got 19 goals this season, 18 appearances for Bayern Munich. The guy's absolutely smashing it at the moment. But what we have to understand is that his price tag and his age, it doesn't go hand in hand. He's 31 years old. He's 31 years old, and he is 31 years old, and he has basically got 2 years on his contract. 2 years on his contract, and you know what? 90 million. 90 million. So how are we going to do a deal for Harry Kane for 90 million? He's got 2 years left on his contract. And you know what? He's 31 years old. I know he's a prolific goal scorer. I know he's a really good player. I mean, look, he's a generational, in regards to goal scoring. Probably one of England's all-time great goal scorers. I mean, my opinion, it's Rooney, but you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. Let's get some of your comments real quickly, guys. Let's get into this. Big up Redwood Tower, my friends. Big up, of course. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sanjay. What's going on, you legend? Good to see Sanjay. Big up Tyborg, the legend. What's going on, Tyborg? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday, of course, guys. Absolutely. Earthfan, good morning. Good morning, Earthfan. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good, mate. How you doing, bro? Noah, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, bro. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good morning, everyone. Of course, good morning, everyone. Big up. No, now you are the legend. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, Noah. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. And Jim, what's going on, brother? As usual, big up yourself. All good in the hood. Thank you so much, Jim. I hope you're doing well, your family, everything like that. But yeah, look, I want to know your opinions about Harry Kane. I mean, Harry Kane, if he was coming on a free transfer or a £20 million transfer, 31 years old, coming to Man United, the cesspit at the moment, that is Manchester United. I just don't think that makes any sense to me. I really don't. I don't think signing Harry Kane makes any sense. 90 million price tag. I just don't think it really benefits Manchester United in the long term, I understand we need to get experienced players. I understand we do need experienced players, but that is pushing the line a little bit, isn't it? A 31-year-old coming to Man United for 90 million. That's how much he's worth, by the way. That's his market value. So at the end of the day, not doubting his talent, not doubting his goal scoring ability. 19 goals in 18 appearances this season. I mean, I'm not doubting him, but I just don't think Man United will do that, though, despite Jim Ratcliffe being a massive fan of Harry Kane. Personally, I don't really care what Jim Ratcliffe likes. At the end of the day, it's all about Manchester United, in my humblest of opinions. Of course. Good morning, Sal. Do you think Cheeto will play tonight? Big up, listen. Look, Cheeto, hopefully he's on the bench tonight. I really would like to see a little bit of him play, at least like 10 minutes, 20, 15 minutes, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't throw him straight into the deep end at the moment, but you know what? I would like to see him play a little bit of football because we are pretty desperate at the moment. I mean, more or less, most of all, I would like to see Aiden Heaven because we're really lacking a left-sided centre-back at the moment, and Aiden Heaven could fill up that void. And, I would like to see Aiden Heaven and, we'll cover for that position, of course, which we're severely lacking at the moment, of course, guys. So I wouldn't mind Aiden Heaven. But you know what? Seeing Chido Obi Martin, if Chido Obi Martin comes into the side, and he absolutely smashes it, scores a couple of goals, a bit like what Marcus Rashford did, scores a couple of goals, and then, you know what, the confidence is up, and we got a new striker on our hands. It's like a new signing sort of thing, isn't it? We got a new striker on our hands. You know what? You never know what's going to happen. He might come into the side and not score for a couple of games and not score for 3 games, and then the crowd are getting on him. And you know what? you don't want that, you know, on a young player, because that can affect the young player long term, of course. Absolutely. Without hesitation, I'd take him, but it won't happen. I don't think it's going to happen myself. I mean, I wouldn't take him for 90 million, that's for sure. 31-year-old, absolutely not. And who's going to supply the balls for him? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I wouldn't take him, but you know what? He is a generational player, a goal-scoring machine, has scored goals all throughout his career. You know, wherever he's been, obviously Bayern Munich, he's absolutely smashing it. And I think he's broken a number of records at Bayern Munich, in my opinion. Absolutely. Noah. So, in my opinion, we should have signed KANE when he was at Spurs. Look, you know what? We should have done. We should have. I think we should have signed him a long time ago. He's one of those signings that I think Sir Alex Ferguson would have signed a long time ago. I do believe that, because he just come across as a Sir Alex Ferguson type signing. And Man United needed to do deals like that. Man United need to do deals for the Premier League. You know, players from the Premier League who are proven goal scorers in the Premier League. That's what Man United did. Even Alex Ferguson did it when he built Louis Saha into the team from Fulham, of course. And you know what? He brought in goal scorers like Dimitar Berbatov in the team as well, you know. So it is important to get a player that is experienced in the league, you know. And Harry Kane would have been a great signing for Man United. But the problem with Man United is who's creating for these players. You know, we got no creative play, unfortunately. Big up, not happening 1000%. Definitely not. I don't think so, but I'm just recording the new noise over the last 24 hours, of course, in regards to Harry Kane. Look, you know what? 90 million for a 31-year-old is not happening in my book. And I would be very disappointed if Man United paid 90 million for a 31-year-old, despite how good the player is. I mean, 31 years old. Come on, man. Nah, not for me. Big up, Matt. What's going on, my friend? Harry Kane has a release called The Fifth Forming in the summer. I would still wouldn't sign him for the same reason I watched against Casemiro. They are too old. No more short-termers. They're too old. He's playing in the Bundesliga. And you know what? Coming to Man United, which is an absolute problem at the moment, coming to Man United. Man United are a cesspit of problems. Man United are a cesspit of issues at the moment. And, you know, Harry Kane coming into that atmosphere at probably 32 by then, wouldn't it? It would be not advisable. And too much money, of course. Big up. We're playing tonight, and then the players have one day to cover. This is atrocious. Seemingly fixtures are favouring City, Arsenal and Liverpool, not to mention Newcastle, Villas and others. We are playing tonight, and then the players have 1 day to recover. Do we have 1 day to recover? When do we play next? We play obviously Leicester City tonight. We play Leicester City tonight, and then who we got after Leicester City? I think we got Everton, haven't we? If it's Everton or Ipswich, let me have a look. When we're playing Everton or Ipswich. If that is the case, that is absolutely atrocious. Let me have a look at this. We've got Leicester. Yeah. No, we're playing on. We're literally playing next week. So, yeah, we've got a week off. Let's have a look at some of your comments, guys. Michael, what's going on, Michael? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Ghana family. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're good. Liza Rami, morning. Good morning, Liza Rami. How you doing? He's got his buy release 54, 67 million pounds. It's around, in euros, it is around 80 million euros, isn't it? Something like that, or 70 million euros. It's too much money, of course, absolutely, for his age. Not for 90 million. I'll take Harry for less. 31-year-old. I mean, what would you be paying for 31-year-old? You know what I mean? I love Harry Kane. I mean, Harry Kane, but look, people are forgetting the bigger picture here. Who's going to supply for Harry Kane? Who's going to make the balls for Harry Kane? We're not creating any chances. Harry Kane's a very, very number nine kind of player, of course. Big up, Jim. We shouldn't try it at we're young and strong. So to sum up, Michael, there you go. There's a difference of opinion. I agree. I think Man United need to sign experienced players, but 31 is a little bit over the board, I think. I think Man United need to look for 26, 27-year-olds, things like that, who are proven, you know, and that's what we need to look at the end of the day, of course, guys. Absolutely. No to Harry Kane. We should go for Gonzalo Ramos or Gutierrez or another Cheeto his chance. And nurture him. Look, I personally believe that we're going to get Gutierrez. I think we've got, I mean, obviously I spoke about the gentleman's agreement. a couple of weeks ago that Man United are going to get Gutierrez. I believe, and quote me if I'm wrong, in the summer, I think Man United will get Gutierrez. I just got this feeling about Gutierrez. Harry Kane was being spoken about this last 24 hours because Jim Ratcliffe mentioned Harry Kane, and Jim Ratcliffe is a fan of Harry Kane. Doesn't mean that we're going to go after Harry Kane, but it just means that for me, and I'll be honest, guys, I want to be honest with you, he's a penalty merchant. He scores a lot of penalties, and that is Harry Kane. Good player, but you know what? His stats are like over extortionate because of the penalties. Gutierrez is better signing than Kane, lower wage, younger. I agree, IMCF. I mean, I would like someone in the future because at the end of the day, Harry Kane coming out to Man United for his last paycheck. I don't know about it, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, Noah, big up. Of course, we should go for young striker to suit Amarin's system. We don't need to email. Yeah, we need to buy players for the system. That's absolutely right, Michael. We need to start looking at players for the system now. Not stop looking at the name and start looking at what player fits our system. Because, you know, Harry Kane, you know, is a great player in his own right. But maybe he won't fit the system. We're going to have to think about that as well, of course. Absolutely. In Amarin we trust. Yes, Michael, in Amarin we trust. Now, guys, in regards to Giovanni Quenda. Giovanni Quenda, of course, is a Sporting Lisbon player who has played under Ruben Amorim, a 17-year-old right wing-back who has played there for Sporting Lisbon. Of course, I reported about Giovanni Quenda about 2 weeks ago now, about him coming to Manchester United, and that looks like that deal might be done. It does look like that Giovanni Quenda will come to Manchester United for in the region between 40 and 60 million euros. It will be a deal which includes incentives. This deal will be done in the summer. Ruben Amorim is desperate to get him through the door. Giovanni Quenda is desperate to come to the football club, of course. So Giovanni Quenda, you know, he's a player that was made by Ruben Amorim. And of course, when you're a player like Giovanni Quenda, a Portuguese player like Giovanni Quenda, who's played for the under-18s, who's 17 years old and was in the first team for Sporting Lisbon, you're going to want to go and play under the manager that, you know, what made you, basically. He made you. He made you into the player that you are, you know. And this is important. You know, I do believe that we should get him. I think he will be a very good signing. But we're looking at Man United. And if we get Giovanni Quenda, we'll have Dorgu on one side and Giovanni Quenda on another side. And we obviously have the likes of Dalot. And we also need another left back, to be honest with you. Diego Leon. We have Diego Leon. So we have two players in each of those important positions in Ruben Amorim's system. So I do believe we need another right wing back. I believe that would be great to get Giovanni Quenda through the door. He is going to cost a lot more than his 30 million euro market value. He'd probably go for about 60, in my opinion, 50 with incentives around that area. But he will be a great player, and he's the type of player that I think we need, and I think that we should be looking at that, of course. But you know what? We can't just flood up the squad with young players. We do need a little bit of experience as well, if you know what I mean. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of your comments, guys. Big up. Big up, of course. Yeah, big up. In Amorim we trust. Absolutely. That's the comment. There you go. All day long. Absolutely. Rat on the cliff with a foul glazer donut low, the spinning plates on lies. You are a cesspit of lies. You spin on, what's it? You spin on a spinning plate of lies. That's what you do. That is Ineos. I mean, look, I'm no naive. I'm not a naive. I'm not Mr. Naive. I know that, you know what, they're going to start spreading these little rumors here and there to try and make it out that, you know what, wait till the summer, get us a little bit giddy, get us a little bit more positive, because obviously the fan base is not very happy with Jim Ratcliffe and co at the moment. They're very, disillusioned with them at the moment. And that's not surprising. But Man United and Harry Kane, they've been linked for a very long time. Man United and Harry Kane have been linked for 10 years, it seems, isn't it? You know, and Giovanni Quenda, I believe, will come to Man United. My prediction is Man United will sign 2 Sporting Lisbon players, 2 or 3. You know, I would like Quenda, Ignacio, and Giovanni, and Gutierrez. And Gutierrez. Those 3 players will be brilliant for me, in my opinion. I would like those 3 players at the club because we need a right wing back. We need a left centre back, and we need a striker. So that would be perfect, wouldn't it? Amak, Who is a young gun striker that we could sign? Let's get a young prolific goal scorer. The only one is really Gutierrez. Is he really young? The only one really is Gutierrez. There's also obviously Davies as well, of course. Jonathan David, of course. Sorry, and that type of player. If you're being looking at that, but nowadays you look at the market and you don't really see like really prolific players who are young these days. Not like when I was growing up, you know. If I was Manchester United and I had money, one of the players that I would be going for is Isaac from Newcastle. I would be going after him because, you know, he's a goal scorer in the Premier League and he's proven he can do it in the Premier League. I'll be going after players like that. You know, I know that the problem is when buying in England, you get that the English tax, of course, which is a problem. But I'll be going after players like that. I'll even be looking at players like Matata. I know it sounds funny, but I would do because these guys have been proven to score in the Premier League, you know, and I would be looking at that and looking for cheaper options going forward, of course. My apologies. We're playing Spurs on the 16th after tonight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Spurs. That's it, fan. Thanks, fan. Look, you know what? Tough game against Spurs, and you know what? Spurs have just been knocked out of the EFL Cup by Liverpool. Liverpool are in the EFL Cup final, sadly, beating Tottenham by 4-0. Tottenham may be Tottenham, Spurs may be Spursy. But you know what? Lately, what Spurs have been doing is Spurs have been turning up against Manchester United. That's what they've been doing. Their whole existence is all about turning up against Manchester United. That's what they're all about at the moment. And to be honest with you, it's pathetic, isn't it? We'll probably play Spurs. You know what? We need to do something in that game. We're too far low. We're too low in the league, and we really need to get something from that game. Noah. So right now, Dorgu, Heaven, and Chino Martin should start tonight against Leicester City. Wow. I mean, I would love that, Noah. Honestly, I would love that. But you know what? Throwing so many young players in the cesspit that is Man United is a problem. Man United are not a good place to be at the moment, Noah. And throwing the young players on the pressure cooker that is Manchester United might be a little bit treacherous. But we need a striker. We need a left wing back. We need a left centre back. And we need a right, and we need Dorgu. I think Dorgu will start tonight. I do believe Dorgu will start tonight. I would love Chido Albi Martin to start tonight, Noah. I would love, also love Heaven to start. I mean, if they're going to do it, I would say do it tonight. I would say do it tonight because it is the FA Cup. Leicester City are not really fighting for the FA Cup. Leicester City are more or less looking for survival in the Premier League rather than looking at winning the FA Cup, isn't it, at the end of the day? Do you know what I mean? You know, and look, at the end of the day, you never know. You never know what can happen. But one thing I don't want if they come into the team and they perform poorly or I don't want the crowd to get on top of them. I want them to have patience. I don't want them to talk about honeymoon periods and things like that, because at the end of the day, these are young players and we have to nurture them the right way, of course. Jim, I know if you don't have the great midfield or defense, attackers won't score. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. KANE has played like Sané and Musiala around him. Would love United, but not much at the moment. KANE has players. Absolutely. There's the difference, Tyborg. There's the difference. KANE has Musiala, and obviously Musiala is one of the best players in Europe at the moment, in the world at the moment. So, you know what? Musiala should have played for England, though. I'll hold you to that one, absolutely. But, yeah, we got Musiala, who is a fantastic player, creating goals for Harry Kane, of course. And who we got? You know, we ain't got anyone creating goals. We got Hero Ball and we got, road runners at the moment, guys, if we're being honest with ourselves. So, I mean, Harry Kane's great when he comes in. He does drop in deep into the midfield and he does pick up the ball and he brings the ball forward. He's He's good at that. You know what I mean? So he will score more goals. But 31 for the price tag, I'm saying, nah, we just have to pass on that one, in my opinion. MEC Realist TV. So we're moving away from signing old players on the end of the career. No to Harry. Not me, neither. It was a mention from Jim Ratcliffe. It was a mention from Jim Ratcliffe. And obviously he's going to mention the British influence and stuff like that. He's going to mention Harry Kane, isn't he? You know, absolutely. Are we still living in 1920? 2025. We got Harry Kane rumours. Thanks to Jim Ratcliffe, of course. That is thank you to Jim Ratcliffe. Jim Ratcliffe is the man who mentioned Harry Kane. He's the man who mentioned Harry Kane. And you know what? 31, nah. I mean, if he was look, guys, if Harry Kane was available for about 30 million, 20 million, 30 million, even then it would be a little bit of a stretch, right, to sign him, because even then it would be expensive. But at that price, you say, yeah, you know what, get 1 or 2 seasons out of him, score a lot of goals and stuff like that. But at 31, 60, 70 million, not for me. Nah. I mean, I know he's got his fan base, of course. Michael, we are not scoring goals because I think we need a good number 10. I agree. Like Hazard type who can dribbling past players and create chances for strikers. That's what we are lacking. Absolutely, Michael. And this is exactly what you say some good things, Michael. At the end of the day, what I say is that, you know, you cannot think about the roof until you fix the foundations of the house. At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? That we need a player that can create, can run, as you said, like an Eden Hazard, that type of player. A player can control the ball, looks after the ball, can create chances, you know, and be a danger. At the moment, we don't really have that. And we need 2 because we play the 3-4-2-1, of course, guys. So that's a problem. Big up, Michael. Why Ignacio instead of Osanam Demande? Because he's a left footer, Almac. He's a left footer, left-sided specialist. Left-sided specialist, left-sided centre-back, Ignacio. We need that type of player. In regards to the centre-back, we've already got Delict and Euro. So, and Ousmane Demande plays in the centre-back position. So, I would say Ignacio. So, watch the legend Patrice Evra video. He gave respect to the Man United disaster. Also said, I did not want to make the Champions League final. I wanted to win it. That's the mentality current team needs. That is the mentality. And I saw that as well, Jim. Did you see what Patrice Evra said when he signed for Man United? He goes, are you ready to play for the biggest club in the world? And are you ready to win every single game? To win every single game. There you go. Are you ready? And he looked him dead in the eye and he said, are you ready to win every single game, Patrice? That's the levels. That's the levels you have to be. Do you know what I mean? That's the levels you have to be. Absolutely. And speaking about the Munich disaster, of course, he mentioned them and he's a great ambassador for the Munich disaster as well. And the goal he scored against Bayern Munich, he dedicated to the victims of the Munich disaster, of course. Tyberg, I would give Obi Martin 20 minutes tonight. Heard rumours he is training with the first team. Have nothing to lose. Tyberg, exactly. Have nothing to lose. 20 minutes would be great. I would do that as well, Tyborg. Something like that. Along those lines, 20 minutes for Aiden Heaven, 20 minutes for Chido Obi Martin. I would play Dorgu as a left wing back. I would start Dorgu. Sorry, guys. I would start Dorgu tonight. I think we need to start him tonight and just get this ship rolling, of course. Do ships roll? Sailing. Get this ship sailing, of course, guys. Absolutely. Sal, Dalap is 2 young striker coming up, and I think we should look at him too. A promising striker. Yeah, I spoke about, obviously, Liam Delap yesterday. Liam Delap is on Manchester United's radar. The problem with Liam Delap is he is co-owned by Manchester City at the moment. So as much as Manchester United like Liam Delap, it's going to be a bit of a problem getting him out of Ipswich Town. And obviously the Manchester City connection, but it's not impossible. Man United can get that player. The only problem is with British players, Premier League players, is that they cost too much. There's the British tax on top of it, and that's the problem when you're buying players like Liam Delap. You know, there is that astronomical amount of money that they look for. Big up, Sal Noah. Big up, Jim. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, of course. Tybo, good morning, Greek guy. Absolutely. Big up, big up. What price is Musiala get out of Bayern? Cheaper or more expensive than Florian Wirtz? Cheaper than Florian Wirtz, I believe. Florian Wirtz market value is 140 million euros, Almac. I would say it's around that. Look, 140 million for Florian Wirtz. Nah. No disrespect, it's the Bundesliga. I'm sorry, but it is, and we shouldn't be paying that much for Florian Wirtz or Musiala, to be honest with you. But let me have a look at how much Florian Musiala is. I'm going to have a look at how much Musiala is valued in the market, guys, right now. So Musiala is valued. Yeah, the same, guys, the same. 140 million euros, guys. 140 million euros. Can you believe it? Can you imagine we splashed that 140 million on... imagine we got Wirtz and Musiala. Imagine we got both of them, 300 million in the bank. Smash it up. Absolutely. There you go. That's all we need to do. Musiala and Wirtz, we got the business done. Absolutely. Oh, good. Can you imagine? Jim, Greetings, Tybo. Big up, big up, big up, of course. After Kane, we should bring in Shearer, Teddy Sheringham, Tybo. Let's get Teddy. What about Jurgen Klinsmann, Tybo? He was a great player, wasn't he? At the end of the day, big up. So I'd go up to 40 million for Kane. That is no more. I don't think they're going to do that deal. It's just all hearsay in the media, of course. We got to look at younger. If I can get him any under the younger, if I could get him anything under that, you're laughing, meaning it would be great. He's 31, Jim. I don't know. Sal, the player you wish for exactly, Mamouche, we all know how that one ended. I want Mamouche, but unfortunately, Man United didn't want Mamouche, unfortunately. Yeah, you know. Never mind. You don't always get what you want, Tyborg. You remember the old saying, you know? Toxie, Kane is against everything the team is trying to build. That's true, Toxie. Absolutely. Big up, Toxie, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, mate. Yeah, that's true. It goes against the principles of what we're trying to build at the moment. Really true. Absolutely, Toxie. I love this attitude. Big up, Petri. Wonderful, world-class player and seems like a nice person. He seems like a right laugh, isn't it? Except when he's kissing chickens, guys. Except when he's kissing chickens. Stop kissing the chicken. Don't do that anymore, Patrice. Vernon, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Jim himself is a fake, promising so much, delivering nothing. Yes, absolutely, Vernon. There we go. Glazonomics, isn't it? Glinios. People, unbelievably, people are trying to defend Idios. We got the Muppeteers. No wonder they're called Muppeteers, because they got the Glazers' hands stuck right up their backside, and they're talking like a puppet. That's why they're called the Muppeteers. I mean, my goodness me, they're... you know what I mean? They're trying to support Glazers and Ineos. Oh my goodness me, they're on the road to nothing. Look, the bottom line is, Glazers were going to leave. You facilitated the Glazers. You slept with the Glazers. You gave the Glazers a chance to stay at the football club. That's basically what it is, isn't it? And they can deny it until they're blue in the face. That is the overriding fact going on there, of course. Absolutely. Oh, what's going on, Roy and Michael Taylor? How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, mate. Good morning, everyone. First time watching. You're very emotional day yesterday. Much respect. Absolutely much respect to the Busby babes. And you know what? I spoke yesterday about the Busby babes. And you know what? You notice a lot of people when they start, you know, they don't write about the Busby babes. I've seen some people posting a couple of hours ago, you know what I mean? And these dodgy pictures, like trying to make up save face. But, you know, one thing I would say is that if it wasn't for these guys, this gentleman, this man, this woman who sacrificed themselves for the football club, we all wouldn't be here right now. They are to thank. They are the reason. It's the Busby babes are the reason for Manchester United, and forever we'll be indebted to them. Now, it's very important that this weekend, or well, tonight, of course, we think about the Busby babes, right? But unfortunately, many of our players right now, they get burdened by our history. They don't get inspired by it. Our players need to start being inspired rather than burdened. It's a bit like the burden of Sir Alex Ferguson. The players need to get inspired by Sir Alex Ferguson, not burdened by it. And that is the problem, Man United. It's all to do with a mental thing. Big up, Roy Michael. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, my guy. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. Marcel, contract expires in 2026. Joshua, yeah, he'll sign a new contract, I think, though. Irfan, so much happening at United. I don't even know how and where to start. Our problems are just compounding. It's mad. We are lucky to have a level-headed coach. It's not easy. I admire him as well. Very good comment, Irfan. I admire him as well, brother. I admire him as well. The way he talks, the honesty in his voice. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. Yesterday, I loved what he said. I loved what he said yesterday. And let me get some quotes in really quickly, guys, in regards to Ruben Amorim, what he was speaking about yesterday, of course. Very important, of course, guys. Let's get this in. Okay, Marcus is in Birmingham now. When he was asked about Marcus Rashford, Marcus is in Birmingham now with Unai. We are just focused on our players. Absolutely. This is what the most important thing is. We are just focused on our players. That's what matters, of course. When he's speaking about Marcus Rashford, when he spoke about Aiden Heaven and Dorgu, he said, we'll see. You guys have to wait until tomorrow, but they are ready to play and are two more solutions in this moment, guys. Absolutely. Dorgu and Aiden Heaven. We will see. They are two more solutions at the moment. That is very, very promising, isn't it? That's very promising. I'm excited by that. That is very, very promising, in my opinion. That, you know, we may see Aiden Heaven, or we may see Dorgu tomorrow. We might see Chido. I really want to see Chido. It would be good, wouldn't it? It'd be great. He did go on to say about the January transfer window, we are taking a risk, but we want a different thing in the team, different profiles. It was my decision to do that. I'm not naive. I said that many times. This sport of results, and we are in a difficult situation. I know when I choose this profession that you have the risk of results, and I knew when I came here. I look at the schedule. I look at the team. My decision changing everything in the middle of the season without new signings is a danger for a coach. Now, guys, I want you to see this, guys, right? I want you to see this quote here, this little section here. My decision, changing everything in the middle of the season without new signings, is a danger for the coach. That is subtly hinting that he wanted signing, guys. That is just basically there saying that he needed signings. But I have to clear the idea of what I want to do, and I take these risks because in the end, it's going to pay off. And I love the confidence as well. The confidence is astronomical, and I love that, to be honest with you. I love the confidence in Ruben Amorim. He believes in himself. I believe in Ruben Amorim. We believe in Ruben Amorim, of course. Ruben Amorim, in regards to his forward depth, in regards to has he got enough strikers? We have to find players to play in different positions. I think Ahmed can score more. Bruno can score more. Even Kobe Mainoo, not Kobe Moni, absolutely. Kobe Mainoo can score more in that area of the pitch. So we have to improve the team. Absolutely. Now, guys, yeah, that is very, very good comments from, obviously, again, from Ruben Amorim. Love Ruben Amorim's comments. Always comes out with some very, very good stuff. And to be honest with you, honest stuff. And it makes you, he makes you feel a little bit reassured, doesn't he? At the end of the day, he does, doesn't he? Let's have a look. Taibo. Words, Masiya Sane. Germany looks like a powerhouse again, if you think about it. They are, but I'll be honest, Taiborg, I'll be right honest with you. They're playing in the Bundesliga, bruv. You know, and Germany, I would never be the Germany that they were. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and this is totally respect. I would fancy our chances against Germany anytime. I just feel like they've got great players, good players. But Germany will always be a danger. But at the moment, they're nowhere near what they used to be. And the thing, the overriding characteristic of the German national team, which has been over the years, and I've been watching Germany a long time, you know, since the 1989, 90, you know what I mean? And the overriding thing is that you seem to have lost your way in your style of play. And it seems like you don't play the same style of football. You're starting to play like everyone else used to play. When Germany's characteristic was being so hard to beat, monsters on the pitch. You know what I mean? Wirtz and Musiala are great players. You've got a good foundation there. I just don't think you've got that quite what you used to have. But you never know. Manuel Low, 140 Glazers would be tightening their grip on the pocket. Low, greedy. They would ask for 60 million for Jamal. Absolutely. They would. I mean, 140 million is too much for any player. Man United are not going to go anywhere near that, unfortunately. I agree. Isaac, I would go for Isaac. But again, it is the Premier League tax, isn't it? He would go for what? How much would Isaac go for? 80 million, 90 million, something like that. Along those lines, absolutely. Isaac, I'm a big fan of Isaac. I really am. Michael, Glory Go Man United, we are winning tonight. All the enemies will cry tonight. Absolutely, Michael. Big up, Michael. Thank you so much for your positivity, my friend. Thank you so much, my guy. Absolutely. Sour Grapes, watched a few compilations of Tell. He is a talent. He is good, but will be another project, which we couldn't afford. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, we lost out on Tell. And you know what? It was a risk. It was, no matter how much you want to sugarcoat it, it was a risk. And I don't think we can afford the risk at the moment. But I'm not sugarcoating Ineos. I'm not defending Ineos because Ineos should have signed someone else then. They should have got someone else. We're short on numbers. They should have got someone else. Ineos have been a disaster so far. It has to be said. Almac, which team's looking good for next year's World Cup? Never write off Spain. Almac, never write off Spain. I think France always look dangerous. It's going to be like it usually is. I think you know what's going to be. I think it's going to be between Spain, France, Germany, and England. That's what I think. I think England have some very good youngsters. And I think with Tuchel in charge, I think now the thing with England now, they have a decent manager. Over the last, 8 years, Man United haven't had a decent manager. They now have a decent manager, which is obviously good for them. Love your answers and agree. Hopefully we get manager. Absolutely. Big up. That's sick. These Muppets are supporting. How shall they say it? Let's just say evil, corrupt, glaziness. Mate, they're American. They're going to support them. You know what I mean? This is what it is. At the end of the day, they're puppets for the Glazers. That's what they are. No one takes them seriously. Anyway, anyone of any note shouldn't take them seriously. Big up, Jim. I mean, they're disgraceful. Expect the headline of United to go viral. Everybody's confused. Big up, fan. Welcome to. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. Big up, fan. Big up, big up, Roy Michael. New to the chat. Big up, Roy Michael. Big up the legend, of course. Big up, Sniper Man. Sniper Man, where have you been, my guy? Where have you been, Sniper Man? What's going on with Sniper Man? I've been missing you, brother. We've been on this stream for months and we haven't seen you, mate. What's going on? Absolutely, Tybog. Amram also said they should ask Amri about Rashford. Yeah. You just have to love that, Ruben. I said that in the quote just now. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I love about Ruben Amram. Straight down the middle. Basically saying, listen, go and ask him about Marcus Rashford. He's not my problem anymore. I washed my hair with Marcus Rashford. That's it at the end of the day. You know, absolutely brilliant. That's the sort of attitude we want. It's Alex. Look, he's the closest to Alex Ferguson we got. I know it's big pressure, but he's the closest to Alex Ferguson we got, in my opinion. Albert. I heard Godwill Kukunki is better than Al Heaven. He must be close to making the starting 11. Kukunki's a right footer, though, isn't he? If I'm not wrong, he's a right footer. We're looking for left footers, my friend, in my opinion. Let me have a look at Kukunki. I believe he's a right footer. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed Aiden Heaven. So if we look at this, if we go to Kukunki, and Kukunki is... No, he's a left footer. You're absolutely right, Almac. He's a centre-back. Well. Man United are covered in that position. Salute, Almac. Big up yourself. Yeah, Almac and Kukunki then. We got two players who can play in that position. Brilliant. You know what I mean? But who will play? That's the key. Will they play? If they play? Where they play? As Jose Mourinho said. If I recall rightly, Rio tried to influence Evra when Moyes was manager and dropped Rio. Rio tried to influence. I mean, Evra... I mean, the thing with David Moyes, when he walked into the football club, he done it all wrong, in my opinion. He was on the road to nowhere, got rid of all the backroom staff, started showing the team videos of Everton defending. And when you do that, you're talking to players who've won the Premier League, Champions League and things like that. It was never going to work with Moyes, regardless. Man United, when Alex Ferguson retired from Man United, we should have got a more prestigious name in there. It's from that time when we hired Moyes, started to go downhill. I mean, absolutely. I went to a few games there, and it was not the same. Did you hear? Yes, I saw the tribute video. Sniper Man is very nice, very emotional. He put a lot of effort in that tribute video. He definitely did, didn't he? It was a very emotional video. I like the video. Yeah, he's a great left back, one of the generational left backs, of course, wing backs, of course. Aaron asked about Rashford, and he said, "Yeah, absolutely legend, absolutely legend." What players would you want to play for us next season? What do I want? Florian Wirtz, Musiala. Who else are we going to go for, guys? Gutierrez, Ignacio. Who else want? Quenda. Do I ask for too much? I'm a simple man. I don't ask for too much, do I? Realistically, I would like Ignacio, Quenda, and Gutierrez at Man United next season. That's realistic what I want. But we need more. I know we need more. Don't shoot the messenger. I know we need more. I would like that, of course. Should have loaned Weckles. Oh, dearie me. Can you imagine? Imagine Snubber. Big up, Snubber. I love the upsets in the World Cup, Sal, in the underdog to trash a big team. I love to see England lose to low, bro, but you probably want to see Aussies get smashed. It's all banter. Yeah, look, at the end, I wouldn't want Aussies to get smashed. I love my Australian brothers and sisters. I wouldn't want them to get smashed. Actually, at the end of the day, Britain is FaceTiming Australia on their flag. So, yeah, we're always on FaceTime with you guys. So at the end of the day, we got a FaceTime with you on the Australian flag. So there you go. The British flag is right in the corner of the Australian flag. Big up. Nah, look, seriously, I mean, England have been unlucky. England have got to 2 finals in the last few years. I think England are going to go one step further. I really do. We're singing for England. England. Sure, I don't want to upset her fan. Only joking, her fan. We shouldn't forget that United saved the league during World War II. Absolutely. Absolutely. We shouldn't forget that Man United were the pioneers of European football when no one else believed in going and playing in European football. Also, if Man United were not pressured in going home in 1958, we were going to be docked points. We wouldn't have had that disaster that we had. That Manchester United team back then, including Blanchflower, including the great Duncan Edwards, of course, Bayern, and that team there, people talk about Liverpool's 6 European Cups. Man United would have had far more. Believe it. Even with the tragedy of Manchester United, we ended up winning the league in 1965. We won the FA Cup in 1963. We won the European Cup in 1968. Do you know what I mean? No Google, guys, by the way. Absolutely. Yes, Sniperman, I was busy studying all those days. How did it go, Sniperman? I hope you're doing well. Hope it's going well for you, bro. Absolutely. I'm joking, brother. So I know, brother. We're both joking. It's all banter, Jim. Don't worry about it. We're laughing. This is what I love about this show. We can have a laugh. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. But Sal, Kokonki is only 16. Yeah, that's a problem. So I would say Aiden Heaven is ahead of him. I would say that. I would say Aiden Heaven's ahead of him, in my opinion. He's already played for Arsenal in the friendly games and stuff like that. Big up, Sal. What's going on? You see, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. What do you think about Dalot or Mazraoui in the summer, as we need wing backs? I could see Mazraoui fitting into a back three instead of converting into a wing back. That could be an issue. That could be not an issue. That could be a solution. Absolutely, EC. That could be a solution. It's good because the great thing about these players is that they're versatile. And there's no substitute for having players who can play in various positions, The great thing about it, we'll have Dalot and we'll have Quenda and we'll have Dorgu and we'll have Diego Leon. Then we'll have Mazraoui and, of course, coming. Obviously, I hope that Luke Shaw leaves the football club. I don't know what's going to happen with Luke Shaw. We'll have to wait and see. But there's no substitute for having a big squad. There's no substitute for having players who can play in different positions. Big up, EC. Good to see you, mate. Really good to see you, of course. What about Kola Moani, Sal? No, thank you. Nah, no, thank you. Nah. I don't rate him that highly. Every time I think about Moani, I'm thinking about the miss against Argentina. And I didn't want Argentina to win the World Cup, by the way. I was in Italy that day, I remember. I was in Italy and I was in Naples, in Napoli. And they all support Argentina because of Maradona. And everyone was supporting Argentina. I was supporting France. Absolutely. That's $500 million spent in a sensational sentence. Thank you, Tyborg. A big spender. I'll be going in like a boss. If I had the money, I would do that. I'll be going like Bayern Leverkusen, Bayern Munich. What do you want? Let me know what you want. How much you want? Here you go. Squilla. There you go. Have it. Absolutely. You want me as a manager. You want me as an owner of Man United. Trust me. Kokonki 6.5 is a little ahead of Heaven, in my opinion. Our opinion looks amazing in youth squad. Lies around me. We'll have to wait and see. Youth team can be misleading. Heaven's just signed for Man United. We'll have to wait and see. The good thing about Heaven is that he's way above his age. He's big. He's a unit. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. So you never know. I would be happy with both of them playing because what that represents the future of Man United, doesn't it? That represents the future of our football club. And you know what? We do need players. Michael, after should be the point tonight. Do you guys agree with me? We should start building up this confidence to compete with Onana. Yes, I agree, Michael. I think Bayende will play tonight, Michael. I really do. I think he will play tonight. I think he deserves to play. I think after that Arsenal game, that should have been the game where we should have gave Bayende a run of games. We should have done, in my opinion. Onana makes too many mistakes. Since that Arsenal game, Onana's made loads of mistakes, hasn't he? At the end of the day. Big up, Michael. Love that banter. So I have a lot of time for your don't hate England as much rival banter. Nothing against the players. If you guys win, I always give respect. Absolutely. Same with Australia. Love Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. At the end of the day, guys. You know what? Whenever you go, like I've been to some comedy clubs, guys, and stuff like that. I used to do events and I used to do comedy shows and stuff like that. No matter where you are in the world, if you go Aussie, oi, 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 you're going to hear it. Absolutely. There's loads of Australians here in the UAE, Jim. One of my friends here, Jessica, and stuff like that over here. I think they moved to Thailand now, but I think that. But yeah, lots of time for my Australian brothers and sisters. Mate Amram saying to improve the team is to bring in experience who will complement the Bruno, Mainu, and Ahmad to give them the freedom to opinion. Yeah, could be a fan at the end of the day. We do need to look for a number 10. Bruno's getting on the other side of 30 now. We need to look for a number 10, in my opinion. Someone of similar ilk, if you know what I mean. But I do agree with that. I do think that he is building a team around these players. I think he is. And yeah, I mean, let's look at Euro as well. Let's look at the likes of Euro, these young players as well that are going to be coming in. Hopefully, we'll be building a team around a spine of the team, which will be great, of course. Mainu, of course, yeah, as well. Big up Mainu, by the way. Tybo, what happened during World War II? Have to ask my granddad, I guess. All I know is that in World War II, Manchester United Stadium was bombed and Man United had to play at Main Road. Main Road is the old stadium of Manchester City. I don't hate personally, Sal, players or anything. It's right. Yeah, it's rivalry, brother. Absolutely. Big up, Sal. Why would you say these current players are playing badly under Amram? Why would I say these players are playing? Why would I say these current players are playing badly under Amram? Why would I say? Because they are, Pearl. They are. They are playing badly, and that's nothing to do with Amram. That's to do with the players on the pitch. Anyone who thinks we're playing good is delusional. We're not playing good at all. For whatever reason that is, whether it's a mental thing, I don't believe the players are as bad as they're showing, but they have a mental problem. And this is what Ruben Amram is trying to address. You know, at the end of the day, that is what he's trying to address. Players are not playing good. Even Mainu's not playing good. You know, but what we have to do, we have to show an element of patience and guile and being a little bit more savvy with our opinions about Ruben Amram and stuff like that. I back Ruben Amram all the way. I back him ahead of those players. I don't trust these players. I trust Ruben Amram. That's the thing. Goodwill Kokongi is turning 18 in 2 weeks' time. He's 6'5". He's a giant team. I would love to see him, Malmac. I would love to see him play. I would love to see him get in the team, of course. Absolutely. Big up, Sniper Man. Roy Michael, Ruben Amram, we must trust. He's the best manager Man United has since Alex. I agree. Love his community. I love this community. Very friendly. Thank you, everyone, for your warm welcome. God bless everyone. Thank you so much, Roy Michael, for joining me. Absolutely. We get a little bit hostile sometimes. That is what it is at the end of the day. We're in a bad way at the moment at Man United, but surely we're going to get better, guys. We're going to get better, Roy. At the end of the day, I think Man United will get back to the promised land. I think we will. And, you know, when we do get back to that promised land, it's going to be very, very sweet, of course. I can't wait for it. Thank you, Roy Michael, for your lovely comment. Really appreciate it. Absolutely. I supported Argentina, not because of Lionel Messi, but just to see the country outside of Europe to win. To make the World Cup a bit more competitive. Whoever wins, I respect it. Absolutely. Whoever wins it deserves it. At the end of the day, it is a tough tournament to win. Absolutely. Yeah, it is a tough tournament to win, of course. Trigger Kim, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Long time no see. I will take Moise Keane. Moise Keane. I haven't heard that name in a long time, Trigger Kim. Is he still at Juve? I'm not too sure. Is he still at Juve? He went to Everton. Who remembers Moise Keane, guys? He went to Everton and then went to, obviously, Juventus, I believe. And I'm not sure who he plays for now. But, yeah, he's a decent player, but I don't know. On loan, maybe. On loan. Dark horse for the next World Cup, but African countries will make the final. Never know. I'm not going to say no, but I don't think so. But I'm not going to say that's my opinion. That's your opinion. I don't think so. I don't think they're quite on that level. Tybog, Sal. I watched Kola Mawani one season at Frankfurt. He was brilliant, but it's only one season. He would be a risk. Yeah, he is a risk. He would be he would have been okay on a loan, in my opinion. He would be okay on a loan, definitely. Speaking of the World Cup, guys, if I think about African countries, there's two countries that who I believe have capabilities. I think Egypt are not too bad. I like Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast have always produced very, very good players, but they had their golden generation, and their golden generation has sort of disappeared. Ghana, of course, were hard done by in the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. They were hard done by, but they've missed their golden generation as well. So you look at the golden generations of these teams, I think European teams and South American teams are too strong, in my opinion. Way, way too strong. Football in Europe is on the next hemisphere. Definitely. I love when we got those Ashes watching the Barmy Army sing, chant, play their trumpet. Lots of much respect for them. Big up, Jim. Big up, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, Japan 18 to watch the World Cup. Listen, Japan, they're way ahead. You know what? I'm saying this right now, guys, and I don't want to sound bad, but I watch football around the world. I don't just watch European football. I do watch from Hearts of Oak in Ghana to, Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa, Sundowns in South Africa, to FC Tokyo in Japan. I watch all these teams. I don't just watch one league, right? I do study. And Japan, South Korea are ahead. They're ahead. Asia is ahead of Africa at the moment. That is what it is. And I think if anyone's going to win a World Cup, it'll be Japan or South Korea. Trust me, brothers and sisters. I think it'll be that. But that's my opinion. Do you think we need a new goalkeeper? Absolutely, EC. Yes, I do. With a big chest, open out, we need a new goalkeeper. Absolutely, we do. Anyone. Anyone would do. No, I like Donnarumma. I would love to get a goalkeeper like Donnarumma. Man United have always done well when we've had a domineering goalkeeper like a Schmeichel or Van der Sar. We've always done well when we've had that type of goalkeeper. At the moment, that the type of goalkeeper like a Barthez and the Onana, I don't think it works for Man United, in my opinion. Big up, EC, though. Yes, we do absolutely need it. Should we get a striker that involved the build-up play or a pure finisher? A bit of both. Our Mac would be ideal, wouldn't it? Because sometimes strikers need to make things happen for themselves, isn't it? A bit of both. Someone who can score both. A Ronaldo would be great, isn't it? At his heyday, at his peak. You know what I mean? Someone like that. Man United desperately need someone who can scare the opposition. Someone who can scare the opposition. When you have a striker up front, it's just. You look at him like R9, for example. You look at R9 and you look at him and you think, oh, we can't leave him alone. That sort of striker. We need someone of that presence. At the moment, we're very lightweight, our Mac, But give me some pointers if you want. Man United do need strikers. Not many great ones at the moment out there, if I'm being honest with you. Absolutely not. We're playing okay. Big up, Sniper Man. EC, I'm sure we need a new goalie. No question about it. Yes, we do. Yeah, I agree. All I'm scared is Ronaldo gets a massive injury and maybe he slows it down or even retires. Oh, you love the Ronaldo, don't you, Sniper Man? Big up, Sniper Man, mate. Big up, Sniper Man. So I was out for a casual cycle yesterday. Met an also United fan outside McDonald's store. Could not believe he hated Ten Hag. Undefended Ten Hag. But he was a bit too critical about. Look, at the end of the day, look, you know what? That you could critique is part of the game. Criticism is part of the game. You have to accept that. You get paid the big bucks. You have to accept that. But what bugs me is abuse. The peanut head brigade, the bald fraud brigade, that sort of thing is when it gets into the realms of abuse. That's what I don't like. I don't like that when you get into that sort of realms of that. John O'Connell, Kane is too old. I agree, John. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you, my friend. I really do. Absolutely. Should hire Roy Keane as team psychology for the best team. Absolutely, Lisa. I mean, that's heaven sent, isn't it? Bring Roy Keane in there. It'll shake them up. Definitely. Absolutely. It'd be a big voice, though. It'd definitely be a big voice, though. So I see us already tonight by watch along, all cheered up for the beginning and completely devastated by the end. Hopefully it will be. We'll win tonight, Tyborg. We'll be there, Tyborg. I'm saying 2-0, Tyborg. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for 2-0. I'm going for 2-0. That's what I'm going for. Man United just win 2 goals. Bruno will get 1. And I've got a feeling Lenny Yoro will score tonight, or Delict. Lenny Yoro or Delict will score tonight. I've got a feeling Defender's going to score tonight. Absolutely. Dalot will probably be moved to right wing back and Raz Mazraoui to the back 3. Dalot will be dropped, in my opinion. He's not a good... you and Dalot, brother. My goodness me. Dalot right wing back. Yeah. I would play Quendo instead of him. Absolutely. I'm pulling your leg, fan. Relax. I'm pulling your leg. Yeah, he will be moved to right wing back. And what's great is that it will be Quenda and Dalot, not just Dalot. We'll have Diego Leon on the left with obviously goodness me, Dorgu on the left, as well as Dalot on the right and Quenda on the right. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good, fan? I'm only joking with you, fan. I know how you feel about Dalot. It's emotional. Man United, Jim, Sal, the biggest shock of the 2020 World Cup was Japan smashing Spain and Germany in the same group, Morocco, and doing unbelievable things. Japan are ahead. Japan are really good. Yeah, Very, very good. Very technical side. And you're going to have to watch out for them in the World Cup. Morocco get to the semi. Lies around me. That would be lovely, isn't it? Give a big up. Morocco, of course, absolutely. I don't think so, though. Mentally, just... yeah, they might get to the semi. I don't think they'll win it, though, absolutely. Easy, I was speaking to a fellow fan yesterday, and he said that we could sell Onana for 50 million. Wow. I'm not sure what the demands are for goalkeepers, but I reckon we get 30 million. Yeah, we'll get about 30 million. I mean, maybe if he went to the Middle East, EC. If he went to the Middle East, maybe we can get some money from him. Maybe we can recoup some money for him. If he went to the Middle East, I would sell him. Look, you know what? The problem with Man United going on at the moment is that we get one chance. It's not like when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager, we could buy... you know, a goalkeeper like Barthez. We could buy Taibbi. Then we could buy Tim Howard. You know, we could buy Barthez. We could buy these, we could buy these goalkeepers, Carroll and stuff like that. And we can buy them until we get it right. Nowadays, we buy a goalkeeper and you know what? That is it. We can't buy any more. It's over. You can't buy any more goalkeepers, you know, and we have to make do with it. Hopefully, we sell him in the summer. I really do. I mean, we won the FA Cup, Carabao Cup with Ten Hag. Yeah. And so why can't we win the Europa League this season? Why can't we win the FA Cup? Guys, I hope Man United win the FA Cup and Europa League. Imagine Man United win the FA Cup and Europa League this season. Imagine how the euphoria. Imagine how we'll be feeling, guys. It'd be brilliant. Sal, what about Karius? Sniper man, please. Please. Don't banter me, mate. Don't you troll. Don't troll. I defended Ten Hag and I told the person it doesn't matter which manager you bring in, it will suffer the same under the same ownership. Absolutely. Well said, Jim. Well said, Jim. Brilliantly said, Jim. Absolutely, my friend. Well said. Well said. Paul, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? As fans, we love Rude, but today he has to feel the full wrath of Ruben Amram's army. Absolutely, my friend. I agree, Paul. That is what it's all about, bro. Absolutely. Big up, Courtney. What's going on? Hope you're well. Good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back. Absolutely. United assisted the league and helped some clubs financially. Yes, they did, fan. They did. Man United have helped Premier League English football more than any other club in the world, in Europe, in England. Sorry, in England. Man United have helped more clubs than anyone, you know? Just look at European football. No one would be paying European football if it wasn't for Man United believing in it in the first place. No to Harry Kane. That ship has sailed. I'm not interested in getting players towards the end of it. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I echo that feeling, Courtney. I do believe that he's too old. You know what? If he was a free transfer, then yeah, but he's not. He's going to cost about 60 million, isn't he? You know, so yeah, it was mentioned by Jim Ratcliffe yesterday. You know Jim Ratcliffe and his big mouth. He loves the limelight, doesn't he? At the end of the day. Ten Hag won more trophies than Arsenal. Absolutely. Big up. He did. Absolutely. Thanks, Sal. Big up, everyone. Have a great weekend. Irfan, thank you so much, my bro. I hope you're doing well. Have a great weekend and big up the FA Cup. Come on, Man United. We have to do the business. Of course, guys. Guys, it's been a great show. It has been a great show. Goes so quickly when I'm with you guys. Absolutely. I really enjoy it, you know, and look, we have to start trying to be as positive as we possibly can. I mean, I know it's not easy. Jim, yet some rival fans would call us glory hunters. I hate the libel. We support our team because we love our club thick and thin. Absolutely, Jim. And you know what? We've proven it, haven't we? At the end of the day, who can call us glory hunters? Who's going to call us glory hunters? That's like calling San Marino glory hunters at the moment. My goodness me. Who's gonna call Man United glory hunters? You know what I mean? Madness, these people. Absolutely not. We're definitely not glory hunters. Guys, please don't forget, there is no chatterbox tonight. I'm going straight into the watch along tonight. Guys, got so much to do, of course. I do look after a youth football team over here as well. So I'm dealing with that. I've got a big match today. So, guys, thank you, everyone who joined me today. You're all absolute legends, of course. We are going to win today. Glory, Man United. Come on, Courtney. Let's get this in. We need to win it. Absolutely. We're going to win it. Absolutely. I believe so. Come on. Let's get that positivity. This community is the best. Let's do it, guys. Guys, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video, guys. Jim, thanks, Sal. Legend. You did a great job. Awesome. You do this well. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, mate. Best of luck with your match, your youth team. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you very much, brother. You're absolute legend. Guys, thank you, everyone. I'll be back later on, guys. First of all, let me just read this out to you. Ruben Amorim is interested in Giovanni Quenda as he seeks a second new signing wing-back. Sporting asking price is £50 million. That's quite too much. The player has been offered to Europe's elite clubs for the summer. He's coming to Man United, guys, and further reinforcement is expected in the wing-back areas with the club exploring moves for Giovanni Quenda. There you go, guys. A little bit of positivity before I leave the stream. Have a great morning. I'm in the morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you, guys, and I shall see you later on. Come on, United, up the Reds. Let's go, guys. Peace.